Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Chidima. Welcome. So as you can see, I have already done my brows off camera. So what I'm doing now is to apply lighter concealer on my lid to brighten it out so that any color of eyeshadow I applied there will pop out. Now this is me blending the concealer on my lid with a blending brush. You have to blend the concealer properly until it gets tacky. The next thing I'm going to do is to work on my eyes as the eyeshadow. For this look, we're not gonna use eyeshadow. I'm using this powder palette. It's a face definer palette. I'm using the darker shade of powder on it to carve out my crease, and I'm applying it with this dense eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to use it, like I said, I'm using it to deepen out my crease, line out my crease, and I blend it out towards my outer part of my eyes. After that, I will go in with this blending brush to blend out the edges of this dark brown powder. And this is what my face and my eyes look like. Then this thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cover up my crease using a concealer. This is not a cut crease, but it's kind of cut crease, not sharp cut crease. I'm going to use that same concealer, to brighten out my lid to cover up my crease now. This video is about natural looking soft glam makeup tutorial. Affordable product, very affordable, because in this video we are not going to make use of eyeshadow, and some products we are going to use on this video, we propose it for other uses, which we are going to see during the course of this video or the process. So after carving out my crease, I make sure that I blend the concealer very well. Then I go in with the same palette, the powder palette, the lighter shade on that palette. I'm going to use it and dabbing. See how I am dabbing it in. I am not sweeping, I'm just dabbing it in on the area I apply concealer. And this is what it looks like. Then I'll go in with that same black, dark and brown I used earlier to deepen in the edges of the lighter color of powder I applied on my eyes, just to make it deep. And don't forget my outer V. Remember to blend out the edges whenever you apply any product or eyeshadow. This is what my eyes look like. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to apply my eyeliner using a gel liner. So in this, if you don't have a gel liner, you can make use of liquid liner. And the eyes is so soft, so I'm going to wing line. Yeah, I'm going to do wing lining or liner. Then after that, this is what my eyes see. Everything is coming together. Next thing I'm doing now is applying my lashes, false lashes. If you want to know how to apply your false lashes, please leave what I'm doing here. I have a detailed video on that. Please check my previous videos if you are interested. Now onto the face. My face is already moisturized before the eyeshadow and the rest. Now I'm applying my primer. The primer I'm using is a mattifying primer because I have oily face. If you have dry skin, you might go for hydrating primer. I'm applying the primer on the areas I normally sweat or bring out oil. I apply it and I make sure I don't apply. Please don't apply your primer under your eyes because it's gonna make the place dry. You want that under eyes to remain hydrated. And once the primer is settled in my skin, I'll go ahead with my foundation. I first apply my foundation like small dots, then I'll go in with my beauty sponge, damp beauty sponge. And before I apply the beauty sponge, I don't apply empty beauty sponge on my face directly. I make sure I saturate it with some foundation before using. This is a hack you have to try. I noticed that once you apply dry or empty blender and beauty sponge on your face to apply your foundation, it's going to pick some foundation from your face and that will make your face look patchy. If you want flawless foundation application, try and use this method. Now the next thing I'm doing is to do my contour. You notice that after foundation, your face will become so flat. So what this does is to bring down back shadows on your face where necessary, and also to bring out the facial features like your cheekbone, the bridge of your nose, contours, and the rest of that. So I'm applying it both on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cheekbone, under my cheekbone, and then I'll blend it with the beauty sponge. As I'm blending, see I'm blending it, the ones on my forehead, I'm blending it towards my hairline. Then the ones on below my cheekbone, I'm blending upwards. And also whatever that is left on the brush, on the sponge, I take it down to my jawline areas. So to blend the concealer on my nose area, the bridge of my nose, I'm using an angled brush, like a small angled brush, so that I'm not going to saturate the concealer, the contour all over my nose. That's why it is advisable to use a small brush. Yes, I like to do the contouring first before the highlighting. And after this contouring, the next one I'm going to do is my cream blush. For cream blush, I'm using my lipstick. Yeah, my lipstick has two parts, the stick part and the cream part. So the cream part of my real lipstick is what I'm using as a cream blush. So as I say, this is a minimal, super affordable makeup, soft glam makeup tutorial. See how pigmented this is. I'm going to blend it in towards my hairline and somehow close to my eye shadow area. That's my eyes. So this is what it looks like after blending. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to highlight the areas I want to come out, where I want it pop out to stand out more. Under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and little on my forehead. Yeah, I like to use this concealer brush to blend the bridge of my nose, so that I don't want the concealer to scatter all over the nose. I want it to remain where I want it. I placed it. Then I blend out my forehead. I'll use the same brush to blend the outer corners of my eyes and inner corners, left from outer corner to inner corner. After blending it, then I'll go in with my beauty sponge to further blend it and make it more seamless and smooth. You can notice that all the products applied are well seated in their position. None is overshadowing anyone. Immediately to put a little dot of very light concealer directly on my inner tear dot, and I blend it on that area alone. I did not put it all over, because I want that area, that part to be brighter than the other part of my under eyes. Then I'll go in with that same powder palette. You see, we are still using one other palette has served us as a concealer, as an eyeshadow, and also as powder for setting. I'll go again with the darker powder that I use also on my eyeshadow to set my contour, my cream contour. Then I'll go again. I like to bake these days. I love baking my face. I'll go ahead with a setting powder to define my nose contour and also do a reverse contour. I also use the sensitive powder to set my smile line. Wherever my foundation tends to settle, I use my setting powder to set the areas. The next thing I'm going to do is to set the rest of my face with my powder palette, my powder shade. The next step I'm going to do after here is to set my powders to make them come down and dewy. Before the setting spray dries out completely, I like to apply my blush, my powder blush. After applying my powder blush, I like to go back with my powder brush to soften it out more. Then I use this powder highlighter to apply on the highest point of my cheek. Also use my powder brush to soften it out, and my powder shade to define my contour. This will make my nose contour to look more natural. Then I go in with the same powder highlighter to apply on the bridge of my nose and the highest point of my nose. And to complete my eye look, I apply black pencil on my waterlines. Onto the lips, I am using brow pencil, the Davis brow pencil as my lip liner. After applying the Davis brown pencil, I'll go ahead with the same concealer. I see that we are using this makeup tutorial is very affordable. I use the concealer as my lipstick, then blend it in and also blend it out with my powder part shade. I'll go further to define the lips edges with another shade of brown, and also I will use this brown chocolate lip gloss to line my outer lip. And that's it for this tutorial. So you can see that we use affordable product for this tutorial, and this is the outcome. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you have not subscribed. I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye.